And then finally, we've got LSU and Notre Dame. They just got together a few years ago in the Music City Bowl. Disappointing to a certain extent for both ball clubs. Notre Dame had college football playoff aspirations. They ended up losing twice in the final month to both Miami and to Stanford, with a poor fourth quarter on the West Coast. The big running game, Josh Adams and company taking on LSU, and the Tigers, yes, disappointing, but most of that got out of the way in September. They actually came on strong and played good football and beat the teams that they're supposed to beat and finished a 9-3 season.
Yeah, this sort of feels like a New Year's Six type matchup. Obviously, two of college football's bigger programs. Josh Adams was once a Heisman finalist, and Darius Guice, when he's healthy, is not only LSU's best player, but one of college football's best ball carriers. This will be a very interesting matchup. I think the Citrus Bowl, if I'm on that committee, these are two home run gets for me. This kind of matchup was talked about the last 2 weeks. Maybe South Carolina gets here, maybe Auburn slips out of the New Year's Six. But Citrus Bowl getting Notre Dame, that's a huge draw for the city of Orlando. I think Irish fans are going to travel to this game, despite the kind of lackluster play in November. But like I said, two very good teams, both going for win number 10 this season, so it should be a very good game.
All right, Brad Crawford from 247 Sports and also CBS Sports. So you can join him there for his always unique take on college football. Brad, anything in particular that you're working on right now?
I just finished up the big old ticket scalping feature I wrote. 4,000 words on kind of the underbelly of the industry. That was pretty fun to work on. But here on out, the next week and a half or so, we're just kind of on the recruiting trail, at 24/7 Sports, seeing how many of these teams are going to sign guys on December 20th at the start of that early signing period.
All right, Brad, before I let you go, you can see the playoffs, you can see the championship game, but you can only watch one other college football game. Which bowl game are you going to watch?
Oh, man, that's tough. Probably one that I have money on, but let me think here. Louisville, Mississippi State is kind of an interesting matchup for me. NC State, Arizona State is a decent matchup. I watch a lot of NC State football, so kind of want to see if Bradley Chubb actually plays in that game. There's no reason for him to, but that'll be interesting. I mean, there's at least 15 to 20 games that I'm going to watch really closely out of the 41, 42 bowl games.
Yeah, and outside the matchups that we're talking about, something you just alluded to right there is going to be an interesting thing to keep our eyes on, considering the Leonard Fournette and Christian McCaffrey decisions from last year. What NFL draft players, eligible players, are going to be opting to sit on the sidelines during the bowl games. All right, Brad Crawford, 247 Sports and also CBS Sports. Please join him right there. Brad, we appreciate you stopping by. I know you have a ton going on, so we appreciate the conversation.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Mark.